oppose the early termination because, um, that's simply because he really doesn't feel like he's been on probation long enough. Mr. Perales he was granted probation in April of 2024 for a period of 2 years.
Mhm.
And he's completed everything. He's met all financial obligations and has completed his courses. His UAs all have been negative, with the exception of the very first one in which the court was aware. Mr. Perales is currently in college. He just
Enjoy the video, hit the like button.
State of Texas versus James Ryan Perales. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state? Defense.
Roy Barrera Jr.
And are you Mr. Perales?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, have you received all the discovery and did you review it with your client?
Yes, Judge, I have.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Perales, I'm showing you what's entitled Application for Deferred Adjudication, Community Supervision. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Showing you what's entitled True Bill of Indictment. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the
I
indictment?
do, Judge.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Yes.
Showing you what's entitled Waiver and Consent Waiver, Courts Admonishments and Defendants Waivers and Admonitions, and Affidavit of Admonitions. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
You're charged with the offense of evading arrest or detention with a vehicle. That's a third-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. Court will defer finding you guilty as you apply for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
We're ready?
Yes.
Yes.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Absolutely, Judge. That's one of the brightest, cleanest, well-groomed young man that I've had the pleasure of representing lately. And he has a very bright future, college and beyond. So this was a situation that just escaped his better judgment, and he is taking full responsibility for what he's here for. And I have great hopes that he continues with his plans.
All right, so why are you doing something so foolish?
I wasn't thinking right, Your Honor. I don't believe I was thinking at all.
All right, so how old are you?
22, Your Honor.
Do you want to get a taste of prison life or jail life?
Not at all, Your Honor.
All right, so you're gonna have to start making better decisions. I don't know why today there's been a lot of evading cases that I've received. Don't know what's going on with people. So the way you were driving, you could have ended up killing somebody, or you could have killed yourself. Then your parents crying, right? Or either you killed somebody else and then you're not here for an evading. You're here for something else that is far more serious than just an evading. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
So what are your plans for your future?
I'm in college currently, Your Honor. I want to become a nurse. I also want to go to volunteer in clubs as well as other community groups within my college. So I want to go and become a member of the community so that way I can apply for scholarships and whatnot.
Okay, so how far are you in college? What year?
I'm in my first semester so I started college whenever COVID started, and that's online strictly.
Mhm.
So that didn't do too well for me. So I had 3 attempts, but this is the last attempt where I will go and succeed.
Okay. So what courses are you taking?
Right now I'm taking one class, which is EDUC, because I had failed the other classes due to COVID.
Okay. All right, the court is going to sentence you to a $500 fine that will be probated, 2 years deferred adjudication. And I'm assuming, I've learned I should not make assumptions. Please tell me, you don't have any children, do you?
No, ma'am.
Okay. No, not expecting.
No, ma'am.
Okay. I always ask that because you need to get yourself together before you start bringing another human onto the planet. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor, we agree.
All right, $500 fine probated, 2 years deferred adjudication, 120 hours of community service restitution. That will be waived if he completes his degree.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. I don't know if 2 years will give you enough time to complete your degree. So if he completes his degree, then it will be waived. And also if he is a full-time student. So for me, one class is not going to get it. When I was in college, over the summertime, I took 12 hours. And each semester I took 24 hours because I quickly learned that when you get to a certain point, when I was in school, once you get to 12 hours a semester, anything over 12 hours was free. And I was like, hey, nobody should have told me that. So I was doing 24 hours a semester. And then I figured I was in high school. We had 6 classes. And in college, all they're asking you is Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays, and Tuesdays and Thursdays. I was like, how hard could it be?
Exactly.
So
Get with
for
it.
me, if you want credit and you haven't completed your degree, then you need to be in school full time. And I'll go easy on you, at least 9 hours. You
Yes.
understand? And then none of this W business. I learned about W's too when people said, oh, Stephanie, just withdraw. So if you start out at 12 hours and then you just slide in with a couple of W's, that will not count for me. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, there's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person. There'll be regular UAs. You can either do the regular UAs or you can do the patch. Your counsel will explain to you, patch costs more, but with the patch, they just put it on you and then you come back and let them take it off. There is to be defensive driving. Proof of employment or full-time enrollment in school within 45 days. There's to be no employment with minors or as a home healthcare provider. If you go through your college and they want you to start doing an internship or something as a home healthcare provider, you can come back and ask the court. And I may allow it depending on how you've been doing on probation. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Field visits, 1 time per month for 2 months. Probation, is there anything else? Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful?
Your Honor, I have one question.
Sure.
Whenever I'm applying for jobs, do I have to go in and say yes for whenever I was convicted of a felony?
Well, this is not a conviction. What I can tell you is back in the day when I was 21, which was 2 years ago. Okay. Yeah, last year. There used to be a time where you would fill out a job application and the only thing they would ask you is, have you been convicted of a felony before? And you could say no, because this is deferred adjudication. It's not a conviction, right? But now they go a step further on some applications. They ask, have you ever been placed on deferred adjudication? So if they ask you that, you have to be honest. If they ask you if you've ever been convicted, the answer to that is no, because this is not a conviction. You understand?
Understood, Your Honor.
All right, is there anything else? Ms. Abrams?
Judge, this is also a request for early termination that the officer sent in. At the time, the ADA opposed the early termination because that's simply because he really doesn't feel like he's been on probation long enough. Mr. Perales he was granted probation in April of 2024 for a period of 2 years.
Mhm.
And he's completed everything. He's met all financial obligations and has completed his courses. His UAs all have been negative with the exception of the very first one in which the court was aware. Mr. Perales is currently in college He just made the dean's list and he,
Oh, wait a minute, stop for a moment. Excuse me. The person before me has done something that many of attorneys in here has not done. He's made the dean's list. Why don't I hear any applause for attorneys? That's a good thing. Thank you. All right,
Judge,
yes.
Mr. Perales has also been invited to join the National Society of Leadership and Success from his college as well. So based on everything that he's done thus far on probation, the probation department is asking for the court's consideration for early termination.
All right, how old are you?
I'm 23, Your Honor.
All right, and what college do you attend?
I attend San Antonio College, Your Honor.
Awesome. See, people sometimes think that you have to go away to find a good college. I keep telling people college is what the students make of it.
And Judge, if you need proof of the dean's list, he said he can email that to us.
All right, so what have you learned?
I've learned I certainly enjoy to never be in this position again. And I don't want to make any mistakes that land me in a similar position ever.
All right. And is he on deferred adjudication? Yes.
Yes, Judge.
And so he's been on probation how long?
Since April 2nd of 2024, Judge.
All right. We have a holiday that's coming up. A little known holiday that people sometimes will lose their mind. So this is what I'm going to do. If there are no issues, probation, you submit to me the early termination on May 1st, I'll sign it. And you're allowed to report by mail. All right, so if there are no issues, May 1st, I will sign off on your early termination.
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand?
Yes, Your Honor. I have one question.
Yes.
Or a few questions, I'm sorry.
Sure.
So report by mail, do I still have to take the monthly UAs?
Yes.
Secondly, it's to my understanding that my probation officer stated that I cannot attempt to apply for early termination until 6 months from the date that it was previously.
No. I'm telling you, these are my rules. My rules are if there are no issues, May 1st, they're going to submit an early term to me and I'm going to sign it.
Understood, Your Honor.
So you won't have to wait for 6 months.
Understood, Your Honor.
And just make sure you check in with probation on May 1st that it's been forwarded. And if they tell you we can't do that, tell them the judge said, okay? And Ms. Abrams going to put it in the notation for the probation officer as well. And I put it in my notations too.
Understood, Your Honor.
Yes. Anything else?
No, Your Honor.
All right, thank you for dressing appropriately for court and keep up with the good work. So this is not a no, this is just May 1st, it will be done, okay?
Understood, Your Honor.
All right, thank you so much.
You have a nice day, Your Honor.
You too.